This is our creatine monohydrate. Super important that when you're looking at creatine, you have one single ingredient. Monohydrate in particular is the type of creatine that we recommend, which is why it's the creatine we carry. One single ingredient. A lot of the other creatines on the market have additives, fillers, sweeteners, coloring, etc. So that's important to understand. Also, the benefits of creatine in particular. A lot of times people think that creatine is just for bodybuilders or even just for people that work out. And mainly the bodybuilding industry kind of took over the creatine industry, but that's not particularly true, especially the new or more current research that's coming out. Creatine is not just great for your muscles, but it's also great for brain health. So a lot of that women that we work with, women 40 plus, they deal with brain fog and other different types of cognitive function, which could be mood, depression, anxiety, etc. So understand that creatine is a fantastic product for that. This is one of the longest research supplements out there and the safest. So very minimal side effects, if any at all. I'm sure there's some research, very minimal, that there could be some issues with creatine, but very small amounts. Your body actually naturally creates creatine in the body, just not enough to make a difference for optimal levels. So creatine is fantastic. This one here in particular, there's no taste, there's no smell. I suggest adding it in your morning smoothie or your morning shake. Either way, it doesn't matter. You can have 5, so each scoop is 5 grams. You can have 1 scoop before a workout. You can have 1 scoop after a workout. I like to recommend creatine in the morning to help with brain function first thing, but later on in the day, you can have it in the evening. Haven't seen or heard of any side effects or adverse effects. It's like keeping you up at night. That's not really what creatine is about. So for women in particular who are losing muscle mass at a rapid rate, they should be taking creatine in particular because it helps build your muscles stronger. And so what creatine does is helps prevent the lactic acid from building up in your muscles, which causes that pain and exhaustion as you're doing your work or your reps for working out. So it's really great in particular for those that are looking after their health, more directly exercising on a regular basis. So try to get past that stigma of creatine is just for big bulky muscles or just for men or just for bodybuilders. Alternatively, like, we are recommending this for women in particular because that's our audience, but we are getting questions come in like, can my husband take it? Yes, a lot of men in the athletic world or the lifting world, they're already taking it. So men can certainly take it. And then kids in particular, we get that question a lot. Can my son, like my son's starting hockey or football tryouts and he wants to take creatine, is it okay? In most cases, it is okay, but you have to look at the type, you have to look at the brand, you have to look at the ingredients. Hopefully, understanding that Trueform as a brand, we look at the cleanest ingredients around and we would never sell anything that has any toxic ingredients that our bodies shouldn't be consuming. So this would be okay, depending on how old your child is, right? And within reason, you don't want him taking 6 scoops a day because he's trying to get big and bulky as quick as possible. So 5 grams for everyone is recommended, depending on the body type. Some take 5 grams before, some take 5 grams after. That's a scoop each, right? I'm talking about before a workout, after a workout. If you're not particularly working out, 1 scoop a day is great. And for women in particular, I think it's as simple as possible. Try not to overthink this. Try to take 1 scoop a day. You can take it before a workout. You can take it later on in the day. Whatever is most convenient for you, just make sure you're adding it consistently. With all natural supplements, the more consistent you are, the more benefits you're going to see. So give creatine a try to add to your regular supplement regimen to see even more benefits in many different ways, from your muscles to your brain health and much more.